Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverETuk, UK, and we do have some breaking news. If you just watched that clip, that is a clip from North Carolina of what I feel to be a UFO radio transmission pickup to a cell phone or a camera that's come in from one of our viewers. This is massive, folks. This, honestly, I can't believe what I heard last night. I've been up all night. I was on the phone to Dr. Robert Shape at 5:30 this morning, something like that. We were on the phone for a good hour analysing this thing, and I mean, disclosure, right? It's, in my opinion, it's disclosure. It's open to interpretation, of course. You guys need to do your homework and understand what we're seeing. Sorry if I'm literally half asleep doing this, but there's no need for me to sit on it at all. I feel like I should just get it straight out there. For anyone that's new to the channel, myself, Robert, Custodian File, a few others, we look at these Dragon UAP or Hockey Puck UAP, I call them now. But we call them Dragon UAP because Robert thought they were dragonflies 7-8 years ago. And it took him about a year to get his head around what he was looking at. But then we realised that these were intelligently moving. They were moving too fast. And then soon after that we realised that they're all over the world. Certain aspects you could say of government, whether it be LAPD or someone from the Pentagon or military, someone knows about these things over in Marina Del Rey, and he's been recording now for, like I say, 7-8 years. I found out that these things are just all over the world. We've seen them all over the place. We've seen them at ground level, we see them at aeroplane height, we see them going across the road. All this stuff, and they're all the same objects. They're all measurable by speed. Even if they're close to the lens, bugs just don't go that fast. It just doesn't happen. And you can film bugs all day long, and you'll get different results. So, yeah, I mean, it's open to interpretation. But for the first time ever, we've got a UFO clip, exactly the same objects that we've been talking about now for years, zipping through the skies. This time in North Carolina. And we pick up what seems to be radio transmission. So we're going to look at that again towards the end and go into detail about it. But first off, we do have some evidence that's come in, and it's just as good, if not compelling in a different kind of way, and we should look at it. So I popped this together. You can see taken by Karen Rickson Thomas. Now, for anyone who's been following the channel, Karen did an interview with myself just a week ago, and we put it on there, part 1. Part 2 hopefully will come about this weekend, although I might be a little bit behind now, but it's going to be awesome. Honestly, it's such a good interview. We're going to learn so much. And she's recently just been battling with an allergy problem, you could say, and she's been in the garden doing some meditation. Karen, if you want to tell it as it is, you can tell it in the comments. Absolutely, I think the people would love to hear it. But this is captured zipping right across her garden. Not up here, where you was expecting. You know, she's kind of putting the camera upwards. It goes right past her. Have a look, folks. Just turn it up so that everyone can hear this. Do you hear that click? So that's a radio hit that we pick up around about 8% of the time. And Robert records these really well because he's got a radio detector and it goes off. So every time these things go past and tag the LAPD or military or Osprey, whatever aircraft are up in the skies in that moment, flying over the jetty rocks, those things with predictability and almost certainty go up and do their thing and tag. Now, what's really interesting about this clip, I'll just play it again. It's flown directly in front of Karen, and for anyone that's doing any research or listening in on the interview that we was talking about, Karen has portals in her back garden. Sounds crazy, okay? But these portals are situated in specific areas, and I'm going to show you a clip, just a photo now. But they're there. Objects have been seen going through this specific area, and I'm not being funny. This is pretty much the same thing. Now, unfortunately, last couple of days I showed this to a few people. No one, no one like in government or anything like that. But they dismissed it as a bug straight away and said they could see wings. Look, I mean, for anyone that's done any research on this topic would know this is the plasma jets coming off. The hockey puck is here, and it's just blending in with the fence, so we can barely see it, but it's there. And it's moving way too fast. I mean, take away the plasma for a second. This thing is just, I mean, there's the, it literally has taken it away. It's only a bit behind there. But that's the object. It's fuzzy as hell because of the plasma it's emitting. And it just goes way too fast. It leaves the radio click, and which insects and bugs don't do, by the way. And look, I mean, that's where you'd say it opens up its wings, right? No, there's the puck on its side. And there's the plasma spewing out all around it. So yeah, and that's it. There's the enhancement right there, folks. So it really is amazing. And this thing is not messing about. You know, it looks, I mean, I've slowed it down by 80%, folks, to get that. 80%. I mean, real time. Yeah. Look, I bet anyone, absolutely anyone, they'll never find a bird, a bug, or a bee that moves that fast. It's just nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Anyway, Karen, well done. I think that's a phenomenal capture. And credit where credit's due. Yeah, a lot of people will struggle with something like that, but you've only got to go on the speed, and hey presto, you know. So that's where I'm at, and that's what people need to realise. These things are everywhere. So we're going to go on to Stephen Henchcliffe over in the UK. Stephen, this is amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. For anyone that's like, that's a dragonfly, Rob, look. Trust me, folks, we've done our research. This thing first appears from behind this house. Okay? So for anyone that's like, there it is. For anyone that's like, oh, that's a dragonfly, are you telling me that if you look at the wall, okay, and where Stephen is stood filming, he's here, roughly, right, in line with the wall. He's got to be 1, 2, 3, at least 4 or 5, at least 5 car lengths away from this object here that's just popped up. At least 5 car lengths away. I don't know how long that is. How far away is that? If someone can do the maths and tell me how fast a fly would have to go to get from here to where this camera's lens is, because it becomes much larger. You could argue and say, well, it's only got to the wall, but I think it gets a little bit closer. Let me know, folks. Right, it's visible right on the end of 34 seconds. Not even a second. Honestly, I think about 0.2 of a second, and it's got from the top of this roof to in front of this camera. So for anyone that shouted bug straight away, just let me know what bug can do that. And there's a reason why I'm going down this route right now, because what I show you guys at the end is phenomenal. It's a first. I believe it's a first in history. I've not seen or heard anything like it before. I was up all night, and we've got to take it seriously. Look at this thing. The mimicry of this thing's insane. But that's a hockey puck UFO. That's a saucer, whatever you want to call it. It's in there, folks. Christine Smith, North Carolina, USA. And before I show you this, Mr. Smith, I've got a bone to pick with you, my man. I haven't forgot. I was up all night. I nearly forgot. No, I'm only joking. Look, you were on the fence with this, right? And I said to you in an email, I think my response was just like, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. And this is amazing, okay? It doesn't happen till right at the end anyway of the clip, the voice note that you heard at the beginning. We're going to analyse that deeply in a moment. But I just want to play you the clip. It's 9 minutes long. And I'll turn the volume up a bit because it's important that I talk you through what's going on. So at the moment the camera's stabilised, and it is stabilised for the entire thing, okay? It's a little bit windy, but it's stabilised. Christine's done a fab job, just picked a view, put it down, let it do its thing. And these things are amazing. We're seeing this, like I say, we just saw this in the UK. Look, exactly the same thing, Stephen Henchcliffe. This is now North Carolina, USA, okay? Really fast, same objects. And look, I apologise, I put the camera clicking in there. I didn't mean, I was always gonna just play this with some music and let it play so that you guys could enjoy what I was doing here. But it hasn't ended up that way. So, note, it's 1 minute and 3 seconds and the lawnmower started going off, okay? So this lawnmower goes on throughout. I will turn it down a little bit because it's a lawnmower. I don't want to annoy you guys. So as far as I can tell, okay, there's UAP all over the skies in this clip. And it's a windy day, lawnmower's going off, whatever, yeah? I'm just doing a normal analysis of this, as I normally would. Christine, what a good job. I know that you only placed the camera down, but that's all we need to do, folks. Look at that. Such a high activity video. And I remember looking at this thinking, why is there so many in the sky in this moment? What's going on? There must be something, they must be there for a reason, right? Honestly, this gets incredible. It just gets more and more incredible, trust me. It's just the bizarrest thing. I've just got to go back. The hell was that? This is not what I'm originally trying to show, so... Hey? I mean, it ain't much, but that's new. It's not much, but that's a new one.
That's called if you won't voluntarily get in it.
Look how fast they're going. It's just madness. And that thing just moved in really, really fast. I didn't even edit that one. And that's just incredibly fast, the speed that just hit. Look at that. Orb, well, out of focus UAP, maybe, or an orb. Just look at how insane it is. I mean, they're moving and then they just suddenly pop up in the next frame sideways. What's going on there? Yeah. Lawnmower started off again. Let's turn it up. Here we go. Here's where the crazy shit happens, folks. When I watched this last night and I heard that, I was like, no way. Did he just say what I thought he said? Crank it up, folks. Crank this up. There's our hockey puck. Okay? That's the one that just zips past when we get this radio transmission. Now, Doc, we had a conversation about this, and at first, and I was half asleep, I thought it said one more stop. But the more I listen to it, I think it says one more step, which is just a little bit more doomy, right? I'm going to play this again, folks. Guys, I promise you, my hand on heart, all I've done is taken this clip from Christine Smith over in North Carolina, and I said and I promised I would convince her husband that this stuff is real. And I found this. And I've never heard anything like this before. I've never seen anything like this on the internet. And I don't put this out lightly. I really do not put this out lightly. Folks, this is going to drive the scientists bonkers. Listen, it's kept me up all night. This is probably the first time we've ever, as far as I'm concerned, picked up radio transmission from a UAP, and the thing seemingly speaks human. If I'm hearing that right, and let me know in the comments what you think this thing is saying, but I'm hearing one more step. One more step to what? Lunch? One more step to... what are we dealing with here? I mean, obviously it's advanced, right? But what do you mean? It's this pinky in the brain saying, look, one more step. And why the does it sound like a Decepticon? Right? Last night I freaked out of my... I was on the phone. So I found this at 1:30, 2 in the morning. I was not expecting it. I emailed Doc. Doc got back to me. I was on the phone to him by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd been listening to this over and over and over again. It's genuine. We don't hear it at all in the clip, apart from that one thing I just found, which was just maybe a part of a blip of a conversation. I don't know. A transmission. This is incredible stuff. I'm just going to play it again. We have to. Let's just hear the slow-mo. What step are they talking about? What are they talking about? One more step to what? Folks, this is groundbreaking. I need you guys to share this stuff. If you're really not on board with the hockey puck UAP topic, catch me. I'm sorry for the delay, okay? I haven't slept, so the chances are I'll do the recording with Doc. It'll probably be up tomorrow, but catch the interview with me and Doc tomorrow where we discuss these UAP. how he discovered them and started publicly researching these things 7-8 years ago. His background, find out everything that you want to find out about Robert Shape, the good doctor that's been working on this for years. Find out about my research and why us two have found each other in this whirlwind, crazy topic that is UFO disclosure. This is incredible. I need someone to analyse this and come up with a reason as to why this is not a radio transmission coming from this UAP. We've seen so many in the past. For me, look, I've seen a lot of evidence. For me, this is a first. I think this is the real deal. I think this thing is talking. If not, there's occupants inside them. It's crazy. There's technology we do not understand, folks, but it's got to be said. This is compelling stuff. And that's all we've got time for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's compelling as F. I need you guys to subscribe. I need you guys to share it. That is legit. I promise you, I've not played with that. That is raw footage. I'm going to upload the raw footage, like I said. I'm going to give you all the edits, all the enhancements on a separate video. It deserves that much attention. We've got radio transmissions coming from these UAP, and they seemingly talk English as far as I'm concerned. Let me know what you think they say in the comments. Let me know if you think this is legit. If you followed the channel, if you followed the research, you'll know these things are everywhere. They're measurable, they're predictable, they've got radio hits. And me and Robert, a custodian file, we're going to do an interview tonight. We're going to get it recorded. We're going to get it out there to the public ASAP, and we're going to talk in depth about these things and about why he found them, why he even bothered to look, what's happening, what we think is going to happen, what we've discovered together, okay, and what we plan to do. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, all the best, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.